pretty much since TV and film have got created, one of the most popular stories to tell or want to recreate is the famous Charles Dickens story A Christmas Carol. I mean, practically everyone has had a stab at it. I believe Star Trek had a go at it, Blackadder had a go at it. Everyone's pretty much had a go at retelling A Christmas Carol in their own particular setting. And Doctor Who's version is actually pretty good, all things considered. I mean, once again, it's not 100% true, but yeah, I still think it's a pretty good one. So for the 2010 Christmas special, the episode is ultimately A Christmas Carol. The story, the Doctor's new companions, Amy Pond and Rory Williams, have, they've gotten married, as we saw at the end of the previous series, and they're now on their honeymoon, which is now aboard a crashing spaceship. However, the crashing spaceship can't land because the cloud cover is too thick, so it can't land. And the cloud cover is controlled by a machine down on the surface, which can only be accessed by one man, Kazran Sardik. However, he's the Scrooge figure of the story, who's kind of a bitter old miser who won't allow people to land on the planet, who is unwilling to let anything happen. So it's up to the Doctor to use time travel in an attempt to make Kazran nicer. And so he can turn off the machine and save everyone and save Christmas. So, once again, like most Christmas specials, this one has a pretty good cast. I mean, it's got Harry Potter actor Michael Gambon in the role of the Kazran Sardik, the Scrooge figure. You've got Catherine Jenkins in here, the opera singer, she does pretty well playing a kind of love interest for Kazran, but it's kind of built up over time by the Doctor. And you've also got Lawrence Belcher in here, who, while you may not recognise the name as well as the others, some people may know him from X-Men First Class, playing a young Charles Xavier. Which, yeah. So yeah, the cast in here is pretty good. They also do quite well in kind of balancing Doctor Who's version of the story, in which the Doctor he goes back to kind of make Kazran nicer in the past, so that's the kind of element of the Christmas past, that he's spent so many Christmas years with him that, yeah, he is ultimately someone who's changing the past to try and show the person how they can be nicer, and then they bring in Amy later for a brief period as I'm the ghost of Christmas present. What, a ghost dressed like that? Eyes off the skirt. I mean, it has got some funny moments in there. I mean, it's also got some quite nice kind of effects with it, of the machine that Kazran has allows fish to swim in fog, which, yeah, I think your reaction is much, the audience reaction I think is much the same as the Doctor's, in that fish that can swim in fog. I love new planets. I mean, just, that's a nice touch. I mean, once again, I feel this is an episode that I don't think would top my list, but I think it ranks pretty well. I mean, I do personally think this is the best one of Matt Smith's Christmas specials. I mean, he had 4, and they range, but I think personally this one was his best one. And I do feel the relationship between Kazran and Catherine Jenkins' character of Abigail, it's handled pretty well, all things considered. I mean, yes, there is a little bit of an age difference later on, but their relationship does kind of develop over these kind of many years, every Christmas Eve that they spent together, and you do kind of see it develop. To which it also comes with a rather tragic note to it, in that towards the end they know their time is kind of running out, but then they want to spend Christmas together, and that's rather a nice touch. So overall, I feel this is another case of Doctor Who's version of a classic story, and they actually do deal with it pretty well. Is it the best? Well, I'll let you make your own judge on that, but yeah, for a Doctor Who version of Christmas Carol, it's pretty good. Anyway, next up on the Doctor Who Christmas Marathon, The Doctor, the Widow and the Wardrobe. What do I think of that one? Well, we'll just have to wait and see. Until then, see ya.